Hello again, everyone. This is Chris Sciria, and that's Robert Harding, and welcome to Week 12 of the Citizens Punt, Pass, and Chat Pick 6 video segment.
Ooh!
Wow.
The gut nailed it.
Oh, we're going to bring that up already, aren't we? Okay, we'll get to the gut in a minute.
What's your lead up to now? Seven?
Seven.
7 games?
7 games.
What can you say?
Wow.
When the gut's good, the gut's good.
The gut's going good. I did pick the Bills last week. Robert didn't. Cost them a game. You know.
Rub that in.
I'm sorry.
Hey, at least they won. I got that enjoyment.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, a little. It's bittersweet though. So, our 6 games this week. Robert picked them this week. It's his turn. So we'll get right to it. Our first game is the Steelers at the Browns, and this was a series that for the last 10 years, heck, I think since Cleveland re-entered the NFL in 1999, the Steelers have dominated this series. But this year's a little bit different. The Browns are actually respectable, but I like the Steelers in this game. I like the Steelers' better quarterback. I like Roethlisberger in this game. The Steelers, they've had not one of their better years, but they're 4-6. They're still alive for the playoffs, barely. They're on life support, and I think this is where they make a little bit of a run. And like I said, Roethlisberger, I think is going to play a good game. Cleveland, they've been better than advertised, but I like Pittsburgh in this game on the road.
We agree there. Not going to lose any ground on the gut with this one.
Wow.
The Browns, when they had Brian Hoyer in there, I was a little more confident about this team. It seemed like they were going to be one of the surprises in the AFC, and then he got hurt against the Bills. And, it's been downhill since then. I think they've only won 1 game since that Thursday night game against the Bills. So, it's been a tough road for them since then, and I think that the Steelers are finally putting something together, something that they can win some games with. They showed that against Detroit. They're a little better than advertised, a little better than we think they are, but I don't think they're a playoff team anymore. But I do see them winning this one.
Our next game is the Chargers at the Chiefs. We'll see how the Chiefs rebound from their first loss of the season, and they're going to rebound. The Chargers, I saw them play last week against the Dolphins. They beat themselves. Realistically, they should have won that game easily, and they made some stupid penalties. They made some stupid plays, and they lost that game, and their losing streak is going to continue, and they're going to lose at the Chiefs. I like Kansas City.
Yeah, that was a tough loss for the Chargers because if they win that one, they're 5-5, and really
they're in it.
They're in it,
yeah.
And but now they're in a pack of teams that are competing for that final playoff spot, and so it's gonna get tricky, especially with this game. The Chiefs coming off that loss to Denver, that was their first loss of the season, so now they've got everything working for them to really bounce back. Not only are they playing the Chargers, a mediocre team, but they're also at home at Arrowhead. And that's a tough place to play.
Absolutely.
So I'm taking the Chiefs too.
Okay. Our next game is Jets at Ravens. The Jets, I believe from what I've read, they're the only team in NFL history to win, lose their first 10 games. So they're 500 at 5-5.
And they lost their last
one. And they lost their last one. Well, guess what? Say hello to a losing streak. Okay? They're losing in Baltimore. The Ravens had a tough loss last week against the Bears. Okay? In Chicago there, that delayed game and everything. So with that being said, the Ravens are on life support. They're 4-6. It's do or die for them. They're home. I like the Ravens to bounce back and to beat the Jets.
I agree with you. After seeing this Jets team play last week, and I've watched a few of their games this year, they just don't stand out as a team that...
Rookie quarterback.
Yeah, with the rookie quarterback, a lot was made of that Dave and Buster's thing,
right.
But
they had nothing to do with it.
That was just a cover, really,
right.
In my opinion, because Geno Smith played horrible. And when that happens, you're not going to win many games, no matter who the quarterback is, rookie or no. So, I think this is a good opportunity for the Ravens to get back in that playoff chase, to kind of, take a lead here over, a Jets team that I believe is one of 2 AFC teams that are 5-5 right now. So this is a big game for Baltimore, and I think they'll pull it out.
Okay, our next game, a nice road game. Colts at the Cardinals. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Didn't think this would be a game before the season, did you?
No, I wouldn't. And the Cardinals are 6-4. The Colts, I believe, are 7-3. They lead their division, the AFC South. I like Indy on the road in this game. I mean, they've lost some stinkers when they lost to the Rams, they lost to the Dolphins, some losses you just can't figure out. In Arizona, I mean, they've played much better than people thought they were going to, and they are playing at home. But I just like Indy in this game. I think that Andrew Luck is going to have a great game, and I just like Indy in this game. I just like them.
Yeah, it's tempting to pick the Cardinals just because of the Bruce Arians connection to the Colts. He was just with them last season.
That's a good point.
He was the interim head coach for a while. But as tempting as that is,
he's going.
I'm going with the Colts.
All right.
So
we agree again.
Yeah, we agree again. This
4 for 4.
This must be boring for them at home.
No.
We
can't have conflict all the time. I mean, the sad thing is, if you came to our office, there's more conflict in our office than in this video. We seem like we're just hunky-dory, kumbaya and everything. No, it's different in the office.
We hide the wounds well.
Yes. Our next game is, I think, one of the best games of the week. This is going to be a real fun game. Cowboys at the Giants. Okay? The Cowboys beat the Giants in week 1, I believe. It was a Sunday night game. They took advantage of, I don't know, how many turnovers. How many turnovers did the Giants have in that game? I mean, realistically, that's what cost the Giants the game. Giants got their confidence. They got their swagger back, dare I say, their swagger. The Giants have refound their swagger. They've won 4 in a row.
Who let you use hip words? Swagger.
The pulse, the Giants have a pulse, and that pulse is going to be throbbing this week, okay? I like them to beat the Cowboys. They're home. They got their confidence back. I like to think Eli's not going to make do anything stupid. Speaking of stupid, Tony Romo, might just throw a late INT or something. Call me crazy. This is the gut speaking. I like the Giants.
I was going to take the Cowboys in this one. Probably looking at this a couple weeks ago, I was thinking about taking the Cowboys over the Giants, but I decided to go with the Giants. The Cowboys are banged up.
Yeah.
I mean, forget Tony Romo. I mean, they've had injuries. I believe Sean Lee's still out. He's their big middle linebacker who's a real key for them on defense. Even when all the other pieces are failing, he's dependable. They don't have him on offense. Romo's the question mark again.
Yeah.
This guy has the capability of being one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but he always does something to screw it up.
I just realized, I'm sorry to interrupt you, I just realized another good reason to pick the Giants. Jerry Jones gave Garrett the vote of confidence saying he will be back in 2014.
Yeah.
That's the kiss of death for a coach. I mean, every coach is going to get fired. Whether it's this week, next year, they're all going to get fired. None of these guys, rarely do these guys leave on their own volition, okay?
Yeah.
We use the big word there. Hopefully the audience can understand what that word means.
Chris, don't insult our
No,
viewers that.
they understand what the word volition means. Anyways, that's another reason to pick the Giants. Our last game is against 2 quarterbacks. You may have heard of them. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady.
Peyton Brady and Tom Manning.
Yes, and it's not just the quarterbacks; it's the Broncos and the Patriots. So, marquee game. It's going to be hyped up all weekend, but it's going to be the hype of the quarterbacks. I think you need to look at the rest of the teams here. Okay, it's not just the quarterbacks. Yes, the quarterbacks ultimately decide the game, but they do need 10 other guys alongside them to play too. So. The Broncos, tough win last week. They're banged up. Wes Welker has a concussion. The Patriots obviously got gypped at the end of that game against Carolina. They could have won it maybe. And like I said, the Patriots have found ways to win all year. They just somehow find a way to win, except last week when the refs took it away from them, I guess you could say. But I like the Broncos in this game. I like their defense. I think they have a better defense than New England. I don't think they're going to be intimidated playing in New England. They're used to playing in the primetime lights. And I just think Peyton Manning is playing a little better than Tom Brady, and I like the Broncos in this game on the road.
I'm taking the Patriots.
Oh, we finally differ on a game.
Taking the Patriots.
He can pick up one game on me.
And I'm not taking them just because we agreed on the first time.
I agree with that.
I made the decision before, Patriots are coming off that tough loss to Carolina.
Short week, though.
True. But you've got them going up against Denver. It's a home game for the Patriots. Belichick probably a little testy, probably a little fired up after that loss last week, and they're going to want to play better. One of the reasons they lost that game to Carolina is that they didn't play as well as they should have. But, this is a good opportunity for them to get a bounce back win against a great AFC opponent. And of course, you've got the Tom Brady, Peyton Manning dynamic. And for some reason, it's not my gut, folks. I don't have one of those. But for some reason, I feel good about this.
All right. So we differ on one game. So that's our picks for the week, folks. We appreciate you watching. We appreciate your support, whether you're listening to the podcast, watching our video, reading our blog entries in the Pros blog. He does a great Bills report card every Monday. Check it out. It's worth reading. He does a very good job on that.
Appreciate that, Chris.
I give props where props are due. So
where's the Dolphins report card every week?
I don't want to do a Dolphins report card. I don't. No. You do the Bills. That's the local team.
Let's start a vote, folks.
No,
we can get a Dolphins report card.
If two Dolphin fans post a comment saying they want a Dolphins report card every Monday, I will do one. Okay, I will do one. If two Dolphin fans,
we can call it the wish for the fish campaign.
And you can't be a Bills fan or another fan in disguise and just you got to prove you're a Dolphins fan. Okay, there's ways of doing it. I'll know. Okay, but if you guys want that, then I'll whip something up on Mondays then. So. Anyways, enjoy the games, folks. We appreciate your support again, and have a great weekend. Take care. We'll see you next week.